In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how I would do the reverse parallel park. The reason I'm doing a reverse parallel park is because there is no off-street parking here. I need to find a place to park that is safe, legal and convenient. For the purpose of this demonstration though, I will be parking beside a drop curb, which I wouldn't normally advise. To park safely, ideally you would need a minimum space of your car length and half your car again. For this demonstration, I'm just going to reverse behind the car, stopping 2 car lengths. So I'm not actually going to park between 2 vehicles. To do this manoeuvre safely, I need control and effective observations. When I start reversing, I'm going to be doing it at walking pace, using mirrors and continuously checking blind spots as I reverse. A little tip here, open the driver's side window a couple of inches. This allows you to hear any approaching vehicles. I'm going to use linked learning whilst carrying out this manoeuvre, so I'm going to use simple reference points that I may have used throughout my driver training previously. Now I've identified a safe gap to park in, I'm going to move up and position myself in the correct position to start my reverse parallel park. So I've done my observations and it's safe to move forward. I'm going to pull alongside the car in front of me, keeping a door's width if the road is wide enough, and this one is. The reason for that is so that I've got enough clearance of the car when I reverse. I'm going to line up the B post of my car with the B post of the car that I intend to reverse with. Using the B post is a universal reference as opposed to using a door mirror on a car, because the B post will always remain in the centre of the car, whether the car is facing in your direction or the car that you're reversing next to is facing in the opposite direction. Once I've stopped the car, I'm going to put the car into reverse gear straight away. This tells any approaching cars from behind what I intend to do, and then if necessary, I'm going to apply the handbrake to secure the car. Before starting the reverse, I'm going to do all-round observations, including looking in the direction that I'm going to travel out of the back window. Now I'm going to start turning the steering wheel to the left 3/4 until the V at the bottom of the steering wheel is facing towards the curb. This is the reference point which tells me that the back of the car will steer towards the curb. Now I'm going to start reversing at walking pace. Continue with all-round observations. So I'm going to glance in the left door mirror looking for a triangle between the car and the curb. When the triangle starts to disappear in the mirrors, I'm going to turn the steering wheel back 3/4 of a turn so that the wheels are straight. Once I've straightened the front wheels, I will turn the steering wheel 3/4 of a turn to the right. The triangle on the bottom of the steering wheel indicates to me which way the back of the car will move. Now the back of the car will move away from the curb. Continue effective observations. Continue reversing backwards towards the curb. When the front of the car is level with the car in front, straighten the steering wheel and continue reversing. I use the same reference to gauge how far from the curb I am as I would if pulling up to the side of the road, which is my door handle. If the door handle is positioned on the curb, when I look in my door mirror, I am close to the curb but not touching it. If you are positioned too far from the curb, drive forward to reposition closer. Make sure when you finish the manoeuvre, leave enough space in front Let's look at another example in a different location. In this example, let's watch how I deal with an approaching vehicle whilst carrying out the manoeuvre. As I start to reverse towards the curb, I see an approaching car. I continue at this point as the car is still some distance away. As the car gets closer, I stop and make eye contact with the driver. I continue once I establish that the driver is going to wait for me to continue reversing. When there is enough room for the other car to pass, I stop my manoeuvre to allow this car to pass safely. When it is clear, I continue with the manoeuvre, continuing with the all-round observations.